Well, we had some technical difficulties there. I don't know. I'm technically difficult or something. I couldn't seem to find the go live, but I'm here now. I am presuming you're here now. I hope you are. Because I see all of your chat, so I'm here. Show me you can see me. Tell me something. Tell me in the chat that you're here. And then I will continue to talk. Oh, good. Oh, thank God. Oh, I was howling trying to get this going. Anyway, welcome to the late Baying for Blood live stream. Live. Isn't that fun? We just learned something terrible today about YouTube. But anyway, we are here, and I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that I'm here. And here we are. I think that we must have I'm gonna adjust the camera there. There we go. Remember when we were going to do this in March of last year? We were going to be in person, and we were going to be in Huntington Beach at a brewery drinking. I feel like that now. I feel like we should be doing that. But that was a whole year ago, and a year and a month ago, and it's sad that we didn't get to do that. At the very last minute, I was still going to do it. We had word about the pandemic. I was still going to do it. And then about a week out, the news about the pandemic just started getting bad. And I decided that for everybody's sake, it was just a better idea to just say goodbye to that idea. So anyway, so here I am. This is my moon dress, by the way. It has pockets. That means I'm special. And this is my little vintage bat brooch. Here, take a look. We'll zoom in on this guy. Ooh. Aren't you zoom it? Come on, camera. I know you can do it, camera. Oh, it's not doing it. Anyway, it's a really cool brooch. I thought it would work well for this guy. And here we have our surfboards. All that stuff was going to be at the launch in March of last year. But now we're on to the second book. So let's go with that. Sorry about that. I have my wolf ears. I hope you're wearing yours. I would love for you guys to get to do selfies, pictures with you with your wolf ears, because I want to post them all on Facebook. A sea of people with wolf ears. Oh, so let's think about doing that. Okay. At the right time, when I'm going to be doing the giveaways, what you'll do is go to jerrywesterson@gmail.com and then put in the subject line whatever prize I'm giving away. You answer to that email, and you put that in, send it to my email, and and I will do a random number generator and pick the winners from wherever you however many people email me. So that's sorry, I'm a little flustered because I just couldn't get it to go live. I'm sorry. But let's talk about this book, this darn book. I don't have a book to show you because Amazon hasn't sent me my copies yet. They're late. So but I guess y'all know what it looks like by now, right? It's that cover. Sexy Jeff. So WereJeff is there on that cover. You should all know that by now. Now, where did this come from, of course? It started off with Book of the Hidden. This was the book where Jeff shows up. He's Kylie's ex-boyfriend at this point, for reasons that we know about in the book over and over again. And he shows up to get Kylie back. I believe it's in Deadly Rising, the second in the series. He shows up, and after I wrote him in the series, and he sort of improved in the series after he was, spoiler, bitten by a werewolf. I just thought he would be a fun series to pick up on. It's in Huntington Beach. It's at the beach in California. He's a surfer. He's a bro. And I just thought it would be fun to write this kind of character that I was completely not familiar with, a person that I was not familiar with. Although I have met those kinds of guys who were, always looking, whistling at the girls, always buying them drinks, always trying to pick up on them. I should say I knew those guys a long time ago. I was younger. But he was going to be challenging, because how do you make a guy who is not the best of people into a protagonist that you will root for? So obviously he had to change a little. Being bitten by a werewolf did help him change, and he evolved. So writing this character that evolves, that is still stumbling, still making a fool of himself, was a lot of fun. And then, of course, creating all the characters that are around him. And, because I've been writing the Crispin Guest series for so many years, and it was always a very serious and heavy on research, and the prose was dense. I really wanted to get more into writing some fun things, some humor. And so writing a Book of the Hidden series first, and then Jeff, which is even lighter, it's been a lot of fun. And we will continue the series. It's not going to be a trilogy. It may go on with more books here and there. But so that's where he came from the Book of the Hidden. And in it, I wanted to have some other aspects of magic. I think we're used to the Wiccan thing was heavy, obviously, in Book of the Hidden. And that was interesting. The witches, I got to delve into that. But in this one, I thought, well, let's do something different that you don't see in a lot of books. Let's do voodoo. Now, I don't want to fetishize somebody else's faith. That's not cool, even though it's so different from what we understand. So I dug deep and did the research, because I can't stop myself. And it was very interesting. I thought, okay, I can work with this. How it's sort of the Catholic Church sort of connects to it. But then it veers off from there into ancestral religions and ancestral spirits, and then sort of taking a little flight of fancy from that base, that foundation. So the voodoo was a lot of fun. It was Haitian voodoo specifically that I researched. So your mileage may vary depending on what culture you understand your voodoo from, but that's what I researched. And yeah, it was very interesting, and I hope I do justice to that and the voodoo ladies, the Querquo sisters, and let you have a taste of people from that culture. I hope I haven't insulted anyone. I'm sure someone will tell me if I have. So anyway, so because we started late, let's just go right into a giveaway. I'm just going to start this. We have these little candy tins. I don't know if you can see that. It's not focusing properly. I don't know. There we go. Look at that. Cool candy tin with the cover right on. They're metal. They're very good Jelly Bellies in there. I bought one for myself so I can snack. I'm giving away 3, count them, 3 of those. So if you go right now to jerrywesterson@gmail.com and put candy tins in the subject line, start your winning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and I will get to that. Okay, candy tins. Go for it. So in terms of Werewolf, you know, we've already had the one book, of course. There it is back there, Moonrisers. This is this talk about the series, though. I had to decide, well, in Book of the Hidden, I had to decide what kind of werewolf they were going to be. From the very beginning, you know, from the first movie depiction of a werewolf, the action begins at the full moon. Well, that will make an awfully short book if he can only shift when there's a full moon. So he has to be able to do it any time he wants to. And, you know, it makes sense from a creature point of view. Why should you depend on the moon? Or if it's cloudy or, you know, it's raining that night, then you never get to be a werewolf. So no, you get to do it anytime you want to. You could partially do it and then go all the way, you know, that kind of thing. So it had to be that kind of a werewolf. We had to take some of the ideas of werewolves, silver being a bad thing for you, a very bad thing. So because you had to have a way to stop a werewolf. Now Jeff is his special case. Pardon my handkerchief. A special case because he was bitten by the very first werewolf ever, because that's what came out of the Book of the Hidden. And that seems to grant him different powers than other werewolves. And as you read in Baying for Blood, you're going to see more and more of those things. I'm not going to spoil any of that now, but it does make a difference, him being bitten by the first werewolf. He's getting a little tired of that, as a matter of fact, of being that special. But that's what makes the book fun. So yeah, so he can change anytime he wants. I can't really talk about anything else because it's in the book. So just take that. I wanted to do a little romance. The first book had Jeff with a few ladies. But by the end of that book, he had fallen in love. And that was really different for him and really cutting into his love life because the lady wasn't having it. So there's that romance, kind of the tension going along in Baying for Blood. So that's happening in that book. By the way, my splendid narrator, Noah James Butler, is doing, as we speak, the Baying for Blood audiobook. And he was so terrific in Moonrisers and, of course, the Enchanter Chronicle series. And at this point, his is the voice I hear. The way he depicts all the characters, when I'm typing them, that's how I hear them now. So that's a kudos to you, Mr. Butler. And I'm really looking forward to getting the audiobook out to all of you guys because it's a different experience from just reading the book. So that's a fun thing to do. Okay. Let me see if you guys have any questions. Mostly you guys you can ask all along, by the way, when you think of it, because it's all on the thing and I can scroll on it and say to be, yes, there we go. Guys, yeah. Lee Nelson was waiting for it to begin and just decided to keep on reading. So there you go. Everybody made it. Yep, you all made it. Everybody, you're wearing your wolf ears. Yay, everybody wear your wolf ears. I hope you saw my picture with Harley the tortoise wearing her wolf ears. she got to get into the act and wear her ears as well. So that was good. Okay, all right, Kate, finally here for the live chat. So am I. I'm happy to be here as well. Still U.S. only? No, no. As far as I can tell, this is American. It was just I was just stumbling getting it started. That's all. Okay. You're really good at growing. I just lost it. Growing up characters. Where did that go? And evolving them. Thank you. I think that's an important aspect to a series, is that the characters have to go somewhere. And I just don't like a series anymore, like they used to write in the olden days of mysteries, where the character changes not a whit. Maybe that was comforting in those days, you know. You always knew what Perot looked like, you always knew what he was thinking, and nothing ever bothered him. I just don't like that. I want my characters to be real people. You know, I don't think you can. Perot, if you ran into him on the sidewalk, I think he would be kind of an unpleasant person to know. But he's read both book and audiobook. It's even funnier as an audiobook. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The audiobook narrator, James Butler, Noah James Butler, does a fantastic job with the characters. Every character has a different voice. I don't know how he does that or remembers how to do that, but yeah, he really puts a lot of personality in there. Just bought the audiobook for the first Jeff book. Yes, you will love it. You will. Loved Harley and the wolf ears. Harley was so cute with her wolf ears on. Yes, she's an adorable tortie. She's fully awake now, by the way, and she's running around that backyard. Hard to imagine, but she does. Just turn around for a minute and she's gone someplace. I don't know. Took a lift somewhere. Anyway, what I'm going to do is we're going on to the next thing of giveaways, because really we have 7 things to give away. So this is all going to be giveaways. It's going to be hardly anything else. We have 2 rubber duckies, werewolf rubber duckies, to give away. So one person. So 2 people will win this. So you know what to do. Go to jerrywesterson@gmail.com. Put rubber duckies in the subject line and I will know. That's what you're after. That's what I'm after. Anyway, so the whole idea of doing this in Huntington Beach, it just came to me that, I'm not completely familiar with Huntington Beach, but I've been there enough times to like it. I grew up near Hermosa, Manhattan, Redondo Beach. Those are the beaches I went to. But I thought this would be okay. I really didn't know how right-wing they are there when I picked it. But I thought it would be fun. They have a fun little downtown, and there's a pier, and of course it's Surf City. It's where the surfers go. So that seemed to work for the character of Jeff. And I've been down there lots of times, and especially when Craig and I were down there scoping it out for the series book trailer. And if you haven't seen that, you can go to my YouTube channel and you can find that. So we were walking around and choosing where we're going to shoot that. And then when it was a month or 2 later when we got our actor and we were ready to shoot, and it was Christmas time, and we didn't realize that there would be Christmas decorations up everywhere. So we had to carefully change some things we were doing so that we wouldn't get those in the shot. But Huntington Beach, it's still a fun little town. Obviously, for all beach towns, good restaurants, lots of bars, lots of taco places. It's just fun looking around. Lauren Castro, who owns a Starlight occult shop, couple blocks down from Jeff's shop, the Organic Leaf. I've been in those kinds of shops all my life. I've always loved that stuff. You know, looking at the fairy sculptures and all the books and the black light posters and the incense and all that stuff. And I'd buy jewelry in those places and incense and stuff like that. So it's perfect California stuff. Maybe people who live in other states don't have this kind of thing. So that I wanted to make that available to them to see what it was like, what it's like in crazy old California. So that's why I sort of set it there. I wanted waves and bars and the kind of brews you come across. Team Huntington Beach. That's right, Laura. Yeah, I know, not all of you. So that's you wish I would have chosen Ventura. I don't know, it's a little more obscure. You want Surf City, and I don't know anything about Hawaii, so that's where we are there. Any questions? Can you shoot me some questions, folks, if you've got any things that you want to ask about or wonder about? We get some new supernaturals in this book. I was gonna do more. I was gonna do something about fairies because I was kind of knocked that around for a sequel to Book of the Hidden, but I don't think that's going to be happening. I was gonna do that with this book, but for some reason, as I kept writing, there was no place for them. I was too busy with the other ones that I'd come up with. So, will there be 3 or more in this year? There will be more than 3. I will just keep writing them because there's no main arc that I've decided on for this book, this series. Book of the Hidden had a very decisive arc. The Enchanter Chronicles, very decisive arc. This one, I could write another one every few years, that kind of a thing. So it'll keep going or peter out. I don't know. I'll let you know. You can talk to me about that. Why did you have Jeff buy his own tea shop, YT? Well, his dad did it for him, bought this shop for him, and basically said, why don't you do this? Because the money is running dry for you. I'm not going to be writing those checks anymore. You have to clean up and get serious because I'm not going to be supporting you forever. So that was basically it. His dad bought the shop for him. Teas seemed like a good idea for the beach. He researched it, found out that he actually liked it, like the whole idea of it, of what the teas do and all the ways that they're sort of medicinal, but also interesting and good tasting. And so he got into the whole thing and really liked it and made it a good good business for himself and for his employees. So that's why tea seemed like a good thing for the beach for me too. Yeah, I like the tea. What's Jeff's favorite tea? I don't know. There was some sort of ginger, some dragon thing. That was kind of fun. I got to investigate teas too. And when we it's funny, when we were filming the Book of the Hidden book trailer, series book trailer, there's a tea shop in Temecula that I like. It was just what I wanted for the look of Kylie's tea shop. And so I talked to the managers and they said, sure, you can come in. We filmed after they were closed. And we filmed for like over an hour, like an hour and a half or even more. And I knew all we were going to use was like 3-4 seconds worth of film. That's how that works. They're very nice about it, and it's such a cool dark wood, and the canisters are all square canisters, and it's just really cool in there. And and so that was sort of my, besides researching, my introduction to that kind of shop. And so that's what Jeff has. He has one that's just a little more laid back. Um, he has a case where there's paraphernalia in there for another kind of leaf, because it's the beach. So there we go. Please no fairies. Well, it wasn't gonna be like, yeah, my fairies in the Enchanter Chronicles, um, were not were not lovely little sparkly creatures. They were nasty little insect-like things, which I like because that, reading all the history and lore of of Celtic traditions, which is where I get all my lore. 'Cause that's the lore I like. Um, they're not they're not lovely little feathery kind of wings and gossamer clothing and just lovely creatures. They're nasty. They want to kill you. So that's what I wanted to bring out. But it was going to be different. It was going to be different kinds of fairies for this. But I'm probably not going to do it. So don't worry. Don't worry, Lee. Fairies as an offshoot of the Enchanter Chronicles. No, they were going to be entirely different guys. I was trying to set it up in Book of the Hidden about the things that the werewolves could see out there in the wilderness that nobody else could, and they sort of felt benign, but not always benign. I was trying to set that up, and it just fell flat for me. That's how it is. That's how it is. Maybe a spicy citrus with cloves. Cloves seem a little harsh. But citrus, yeah. Yes, Noah is doing the audio. I can't have anybody else do it now because he's so good. He's just that good. Beautiful mornings, yes. Drinking lots of relaxing blends around full moon. The balm and chamomile. Yeah, I think he was doing something with lavender as well, trying to calm it down. Okay, so you know what? You know what? It's time for another giveaway because, like I said, this is all about the giveaways, apparently. So this lovely enamel pin, here it is. This wolf enamel pin. Look at the moon, the stars on it. Ooh, it's cool. This is how big it is. It's pretty big. So that is what's going on now, where you can go to sherrywesterson@gmail.com and put enamel pin or pin in your subject line. So you can do that at the same time and also ask questions because that's what we live for here. The audiobook is so much fun because the last one, I'm sort of doing it at the same time as the formatting the book. And when he read it, I was able to catch a lot of things that even my copy editor missed. So, but this time I can't do that because it's already out there. So what I get to do is listen to each chapter as he uploads them, and I follow along in the book. Sometimes he changes words or skips them or whatever, but as long as the meaning is there, I just let it go. And I want him, because it's a different format, because it's a different experience. There's an actor performing the book. I don't want to. I try not to impose my own feelings about it because now it is a different format. I've written it already. I've done what I could. If I emphasize a word and he doesn't, that's fine, because his performance in there is the experience that I want you to have, and he's so good at it. I mean, there's some scenes that I really love to hear because I just wanted to hear an actor do that. I mean, I'd love to have a TV series of these books. This would be all the paranormals. I think they would adapt really well. Um, and speaking of film and different format, don't forget, if you haven't seen it, the also on my YouTube channel, you can see the Friendly Neighborhood Werewolf video that my husband and I did. I got this incredibly creepy mask, and it's it was fun to put that on and do all the crazy things I did, which I could only do for minutes, seconds at a time, because you cannot breathe in this mother. So, and you can't see out of it either. There's a little holes right there and right there, and that's if it's not like right here, I couldn't see. It's like wearing a helmet, a helm. I should be used to that, right? So anyway, um, you love that? Oh, thank you. They love that video. They're saying, love that little film. It was just an extra little promo, you know. What's a werewolf to do? Werewolves just they the way I write my paranormals is, whether you're a demon or whether you're a werewolf or anything else, I try to imagine not this whole fantasy realm of, lichens fighting, and there's an alpha, and there's many wives and all kinds of the stuff that you see in some of these novels. My idea is that if these guys are real, then how would they live? I mean, they have to just have jobs. They can't just be in these underground caverns with, in their it's not a flock. It's not a herd. What is it? I don't know, of wolves, and just do that all day. No, they have to make a living. So, hence the Moonrisers. The Moonrisers are made up of just accountants and lawyers and guys with with terrible jobs, and they're just normal people with a werewolf problem, and they're trying to get by. So how do they react to things? But they also have this thing that they can do and happens to them. And so to me, it's more interesting and it's funnier to have them as just regular dudes, and they have to work it out. And that's kind of why, I kind of want to slap Jeff for laughing at the Moonrisers and not really getting it and joining them, because he could probably benefit. But, I think we're seeing that too. Pack, thank you. Wolfpack. Couldn't think of it. I'm a writer that can't think of words, so that's a problem. Daughter wants to know where you got the mask. I got it on eBay, but it was from China. So when it arrived, it had a very toxic smell inside of it. So I left it. I had my window open just a little all day and all night. I put the mask with the bottom part open against it, just so the air could just flow through it for days and days, because I knew I would have to wear it. I bought it specifically to do this film, so it was going to kill me. probably it probably took away years off my life already. So anyway, so yeah, Wolfpack. Where are we with time? 12:38. Needless to say, I really enjoy writing these books. They're very they're light for me, because I know after I get done with the Enchanter Chronicles series, I'm finishing up The Library of the Damned right now, my favorite all-time title. And when I finish that, I will be working on my Tudor mystery series. Yes, I'm going to do it. I feel more relaxed now that Crispin is done, so I can concentrate on that. So again, there I'm going to go into big, heavy research and in depth of that. And so hopefully I could write another Jeff after that, and that's already planned. And I got the great idea for that for that book, Fang and Bone, when we were on vacation in the desert. And that's all I'm going to say. But so I really enjoy that. I enjoy the historicals too. I do, but I get burned out. I got burned out because it's so much research, and you want to get the research right because so many people know these things, and you don't want to fall down on the job. You don't want to disappoint anyone, so you want to get the research right. And there's so many, when there's the little details are the ones that trip you up, not the big ones. Everybody can find out the big ones. It's the little ones that trip you up. And there are people that know all those details, and like I said, I don't want to disappoint them. So that's a lot of work. Yeah, I know, Donald. I know you wanted that one. And I like that. I like the idea of this. The court jester, Henry VIII's real court jester is the sleuth, amateur sleuth, and court jester, as one does. So it'll be fun. And there will only be 6 books in that series. 6 wives, 6 books, 6 murders. Okay. I do love doing the research to a point. I'm getting lazier in my old age, though, and that's kind of a problem. I wish I could hire somebody to do that research, but then it's not good to have somebody else do your research, because then you miss out on all the fun little things. Doing research on werewolves didn't get you very far because there's only so much. Because it's not that it's new, because there's Luc Garou, there's the Beast de Jordan in France in the 1700s, and there's some mention, just not quite the ones we're familiar with. So because those have all the tropes that you want, the moon and all that stuff. So, court jester, amateur sleuth. Yes, Will Summers. Will Summers the Fool. He lasted all the way to Elizabeth the first. He'd be real old. Elizabeth the First's reign, and then he retired. It's funny about that kind of character like that, because he's mentioned in so many different places, but not enough. We don't know when he was born. We don't know quite when he died. We don't know if he ever married. We don't know anything. We know where he came from. He came from Shropshire, and a few other little things. Some of the things he said or attributed to him. That's kind of it, which makes it good for me, because then I can go with what I like to do. So, but that's not a wolf, is it? Unless I made him a werewolf. Now that would be interesting. That would be interesting. But no, I'm not going that far. So we have our last giveaway. We have our last giveaway. And if you will remember, it's this little fella. He's so adorable. He's a nice squishy. And I had them make him blonde, because WereJeff is blonde. So this is our plushie WereJeff to be given away to some lucky person. So right now, do it. JerryWesterson@gmail.com. Do it. He's turned away from me. I want him to face me. There you go. So email him right now. Put WereJeff or plushie WereJeff in the subject line, and I will know that's what you want. So I will be mailing those to you. Speaking of mailing, speaking of buying things, I don't have the book to hold up. But there it is, and you can order it from me, signed. So if you get it from me signed, and I will mail it back to you, $20. That's including shipping. I upped the price because I didn't have the shipping price right the last time. So there we go. So you can PayPal that to me. Even if you live in foreign places, I can send it to you in other countries. Yes, I can. So $20, PayPal to Sherry Westerson at gmail.com. To friends. You have a choice of paying friends or business. Do not pay business. Pay to friends. They take a fee when it's to business. They don't take a fee to friends. Friends wouldn't charge a fee, now would they? So please send it to that. And please review Poor Moonrisers. Now, that's a fun book. Why does it only have 11 reviews? We need more than that. So get your friends, get your family, get your dog or your friendly neighborhood werewolf to review that book too. Give it the boost it needs. Audiobook as well. That's a fun thing. So there you go. We were I've had these things all this time, and now they're going to go away. I'm going to miss that. WereJeff kind of sat there. Yes, to Canada. I can send it to Canada. Yeah, miss these things. I already started getting the giveaways for the Enchanter Chronicles, the Library of the Damned. I got a really cool pin and another one of those little device guys, and probably some other things. Maybe a library card of the damned. I'm sure if you're a librarian, you know a lot of patrons of the damned. It's probably something you've run into a lot. So anyway, that was all I had on my script. The way I find out about a lot of teas, anytime I get set the catalog about tea, I save them. And then I go look all up that stuff and get some and try it. And then I know. Then I can pass that information on to Jeff, and Jeff can pass that on to you. So do I have anything else to say? Is there any questions? Like in a steampunk library card. Hey, I might make one. It's a good idea. I'll make a steampunk library card for the Library of the Damned. And you can laminate it and you can get that as a gift. So how fun would that be? Yeah, I might do that. So many things I can do for these things. I wish I had more time to make stuff. I still have steampunk ducks. I'll probably give those away. But wolves, what will I do for the next wolf thing? I'll have to think about that. That won't be for a while, I guess. But it's been fun. I love writing these paranormals. I wish more people would buy them and read them. It's really hard to break into another genre. Once you've established yourself in one genre, it's really hard, especially when my agent doesn't really want me to be in a different genre. He wants to make it easy on himself. I don't blame him. He was selling me as his medieval mystery writer, and now I'm paranormal writer, even though he's got paranormal writers, because that's sort of where he started off as sci-fi. Charlene Harris is also one of his clients, and that's what brought me to him in the first place. And a great bookmark for Library of the Day. Yeah, it's a library card. It'd be funny. You got the ducky, not the dicky. No, the steampunk dicky, which you wear right here. No, a ducky. So thank goodness I don't have to make more of those. And boy, was it hard finding these ducks. These were part of a set of Halloween rubber duckies. But I dug around like eBay and all that to find just the werewolf ones. And that was hard to find. So I got them for you. So do that email thing. Anything else? Anybody has any questions about or comments? I'd love to have you share those with me, because I don't have to go the full hour, especially if I don't have anything more to say. I don't do readings anymore because I have a permanent frog living in my throat, and I just can't read or really talk as much anymore. There's a lot of coughing, and dousing myself with iced tea and chewing ice. What's the name of the first book of the series? Moonrisers. Right there. Moonrisers. And that's the name of the series. Moonriser Werewolf Mysteries. If that's what you're looking for. Unless you're looking for, look at the hidden. If you go on Amazon and just look for Jerry Westerson author, all the books will show up. So good luck for that. Anything else? I do have a tutor book, one I wrote. Only I can get it out. Here's my, it's a standalone, Roses in the Tempest. It's about when Henry VIII dissolved all the monasteries. What happened to all the monks and nuns? So this tells that story, a true story. By the way, everybody in this book is real. There are no fake people in this. That is a research nightmare. But it happened a long time ago, and I'm over it. Thank you. A lot of people like that. It still is one of those obscure books because it's not a series, and I'm just not anything anybody ever heard of. So spread the word. Jerry Westerson is a writer. He's out there. He's writing books. Okay, you have emailed, and we have talked about werewolves a little bit because there's not a lot to talk to you about werewolves, paranormal things. We have talked about some of these other bits of the different series that I write. The Crispin series is wrapping up next year. I just saw the cover of the last Crispin book, The Deadliest Sin, and I will share that in the next newsletter. So if you are not signed up for the Jerry Westerson author newsletter, you won't see that until I dump it all on Facebook. What was the historical period that the first caught your attention as a kid? Historical period that first caught my attention? Well, probably random medieval. And I say that because that's 1,000 years worth of, time period. I mean, I loved the Errol Flynn Robin Hood movie, The Adventures of Robin Hood. So it was that kind of thing that caught my attention. And then all the books that my parents had at home, and those were all in different periods. But I like medieval best. I know a lot about Tudors because I read a lot about those guys. So there's I have a lot of that in my pocket too, the research already. So that wasn't a problem getting into the Tudor period. It's so funny because so many authors who write in that or want to, they either get the word from editors that Tudors it's just a bad sell, or people can't get enough of them. So which is it? I know which it is. People can't get enough of them because they're always writing them and people are always buying them and reading them. So stop saying those things. It's not true. Editors, stop saying those things. You're just being picky, or you're not looking at the general public, or you're not walking into a bookstore. I know. So, okay. So I guess okay. So that's how much time we have left. It's 12:54. We can end this. We can do this early. We can end this early. Then you can go out, have lunch. Don't forget to take pictures of yourself in your wolf ears and put them on Facebook. Or send them to me if you don't want to post them. But if you do post them, tag me, of course. I'm gonna put them all together. So I want a lot of them because I sent a lot out. So I expect people to be wearing them. I hope the last ones I sent out, people got. Lee, did you get all of yours for your family? I hope you did. Did I answer all your questions? I think I did. We talked about this. We talked about that. Kindle and Funnel and Crispin. Yeah, no, all the books are on Kindle. I always publish all my books on ebooks and print. I'm trying to get them all audiobook too, so we'll see. We got all of it. Yay! Okay, so a picture of everybody. If you don't want to show the kids, just take a picture of them from here up. That might work. Okay, good. Everybody's gonna wear their hairs then. Nice to. I want to see that. They actually look pretty cool because if you have the right hair, you don't see the band. They look like they're real. I like it. Okay, so I thank you for coming. I'm sorry that it had such a late start because Jerry couldn't find the right button. But I thank you for sticking with me and hanging out and winning some prizes. I hope and doing all this stuff with me. Um, I'm wondering if you don't have any. Oh, well, I'll send you one. May I be a bunny? You have bunny ears? I like to hear the story behind that. But you let me know, Margaret, and I will send you wolf ears. So thank you for coming. Thank you for reading, especially. Um, thank you for reviewing. Hint. And thanks for just being a pal, a writing buddy. You guys are all there on my shoulder whenever I write, and I'm grateful for your patronage and your friendship. So thanks for coming. Thank you guys. Thank all you guys. I'm looking at all your messages there. Thanks for coming. And you may all resume your general programming. And if you missed the beginning, or if your friends missed it and wanted to come, it records in an hour or so. It'll be up to watch again. So thank you all. Bye-bye.